morning, friends. It's been a little bit, and this is what I have and of course little Cheyenne can't stand it. She's just got to say, Mama, talk to me first. Came out here to get my new babies up. I put a little towel over the top of them, and so look at them, they're in there. Let me back this chair out. And I've got this, let's see if I can turn the light on for you. You can see them. Look at them. But I hear something weird. What is that noise? What is that noise? Let's see if I can find it. Oh, there's that noise. It's a baby turkey. The baby turkey got out of its enclosure. It is out just looking. Oh my, what did I do? What did I do, Mama? Please don't judge my floor, folks. This is where my dog's sleeping. My Pyrenees is shedding horribly. If I can find it. There it is. Hi, Torty. I don't even know what its little name is, or even if it's going to get to live or not, but it's going to be fun catching that one. It's going to be fun catching that one. We need to give it a name. Yeah. You got dog hair on your feet. You got dog hair all over you. Look at his little poor little feet. Poor little Cheyenne is just shedding so bad. She's shedding so bad. Let's go in your little enclosure. This is the last day for this one, baby. Yeah, I don't know how you got out of that one, but you did. You're a little escape artist, aren't you? Yeah, you're just a little escape artist. I'll put that right there and put it back like it was so it doesn't know that it can get out. Turkeys aren't supposed to be very bright, but they sure are little escape artists, I'll tell you that. Oh, isn't it just precious? I had two. And I lost one within the 48-hour time period. So I went back and got this one. And the next day, the other one died. The original one died. And I thought, you know what? It's just only meant for me to have one. Because I'm not going. They were $15 a piece. And at $15, I can't just keep getting them and losing them. I just can't do that. But I've got one. And I'm excited. And now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. And is it going to live happily without a partner? I just don't know. But I tell you what, I've heard, my sister told me that turkeys are hard to raise. So hopefully my chicken experience will help me some. I know turkeys are a little bit, they have different needs and things than the chicken does. It's got hair in its mouth. I don't know if it can eat with hair in its mouth like that stuck. So I may have to get it out and do that. But my sister told me that it needed a lot more protein because they grow faster than chicks do. So she told me to boil an egg and chop it up and give it to us so it can have more protein. So I did. And looky there, I put it in this, if you can see it, right here. I put it in this last night and it was almost full. And looky there, it ate it all this morning. So it really, really likes boiled eggs. And they are so healthy for them. Well, it's time to go let the others out. So I come out here and raise the garage door. And this is what I see. Isn't this beautiful? I had a picture one day last week where it was all foggy. And I opened up the garage door and oh my gosh, it just took my breath away how beautiful it was. If I can, I will put a picture in here and let you see what it looked like. But it was wonderful. I just wanted to show you what all I've been doing, how hard I've been working. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but I've been putting a lot of flowers out, and they've not been doing very well because it's been cold and rainy. But I've been trying my best to make myself a little garden utopia on my front porch here, so that I can come out and sit and drink my coffee and have a good day to start off with. That fern on the right hand side of the picture is my Mother's Day present from my youngest son. And these are starting to come out now. I fertilized them good. My idea was to have the dianthus in front, and they're supposed to be about 6 to 8 inches tall. And then my second idea was to have the impatiens in the middle, and they're supposed to be 8 to 10 inches tall. And then the what's the white stuff called? Dusty Miller in the back with some coleus every other one, and they're supposed to be even taller than that. So I was going to have stair steps, but as you can tell, what's come up front came up and did so well, and it drowned everything else out, and you can't even see it. I mean, you can see little peaks of color from the front, well, from the road out front, but you can't really. And the naked ladies are in back, and when those green leaves die back, then about July, when it gets really, really hot, it's like an amaryllis will pop up, and it'll be there for a week or so. Maybe it depends on how hot it is and how much water it gets. So isn't that beautiful though? So this is what I've really been doing, and I did a lot of weed eating and mowing, and twice actually, had to mow twice. And look at it, we just got another big rain, and it has been cold, so I mean at night at least. So what it's doing is it's making the grass kind of go dormant for nighttime, and then it grows during the day. But as you can tell on this grass, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it glistens. It's like it rains every single night. As much water as it gets, it just makes it to where I have to mow more and more and more. So as you can tell, I went and got a truckload full of dirt, and what this is it's dirt that they had used for mushroom growing, and then something else that's really, really sandy. And I plan on putting this in my, let's see if I can get a good, yeah. I plan on putting this in my garden, because everything I have is clay on the bottom and then gumbo on top, so it needs some of this sandy, rich sandy soil. I'm going to put it in my flower beds, and I'm going to put it in my raised beds out back, and here and there, until I use it all. And I don't know, I might even get another one and put some of it in my garden on my potatoes, because they sure do need it. Sometimes I think I'm my own worst enemy. And boy, she's not going to shut up until I come over here and touch her. And I love asparagus, and I did not even know that you could eat asparagus raw. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But this little garden right here is on the north side of my house, and I haven't really been able to get too many things to live there, except for weeds. And so I decided, okay, I'm just going to go ahead. You have to leave asparagus alone and not do anything to them. I do have a little bit of... I do have a little bit of dill in there, and I have a little bit of mustard coming up where I had some mustard in there. But what I'm going to do, I ordered some more asparagus from Stark Brothers. They have a sale going on right now. Free shipping, and everything's like clearance price. So I got more asparagus, and I'm going to fill that bed with asparagus. And I got some another grape, and I got my sister told me that this is my opportunity to have a grape arbor, and I thought, oh my goodness, how much fun would that be? And so I went to Tractor Supply, and I got one of those long cattle panels. It's hog panel or something like that, I don't know, but it's 16 feet long, and it's ultra heavy. And you can see right here, I've got it leaned up against the barn. And I think I'm my own worst enemy, because I am the good idea fairy. I think I'm the original good idea fairy. Look at this garden. I took the chickens back out of this area right here, and I planted some of the things that I had in, I think you can tell, this ground is so fertile, it's green on top. This right here is some squash that I had in little containers, And here's some tomatoes. You probably can't even see those, but right there's one. I don't know if they're going to come out of it or not. I've had them for a while, and they're kind of stunted. They had a couple of little green tomatoes on them, so I pulled those off so it would go to plant rather than go to fruit. But look at the weeds in this garden. I tell you, you get busy with other things and it will take off and grow, and you absolutely cannot do anything with it. I mean, so I moved my fence. You can tell I got a kind of temporary fence up here. I bought more fencing, and I'm going to fence off my garden. Now this right here, this tomato cage right here, look at here, there's a tomato that came up on its own. So that one gets to live. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here. That gets to live. And I've got one right here. And I've got one right here. It's almost like they planted themselves in the right spot. And I put this cage here so I would know where they were. So whenever I come out here and start weeding this part. And this right here I said was goat heads. That's not goat heads. That's ragweed. That's what that is. And boy, I tell you what, that makes me just sick as a dog. Well, used to. Doesn't quite so much anymore. So here is my grapes, my Concord with seeds, because those are the best for making jellies and juices. So I got that one, and I'm going to put that grape arbor up. I was going to put it up this way, and someday I actually really might have a shop, or not a shop, but a greenhouse here. This is kind of where I have my greenhouse plans. But I think instead I'm going to put it this way and go from here to there, because I also have another grape on the way, another grape plant on the way, and that I just bought because it was in such, it's $8.99. That's ridiculously low. And it's more of a gray grape, and so I'm going to put it on the other side and see how that does for me. I ordered some strawberry plants, and I may put those in that bed right here and fill it up with that mushroom dirt and see what that does, because you have to leave strawberries alone too, and they do way better in a raised bed than they do on the ground. So I'm going to let my chickens out in this. I'm kind of excited about it, but I'm going to see my apple trees are back there. And one of the first things they'll do is they'll go back there to those apple trees and they'll eat all the leaves off of it and jump up as high as they can jump and eat all the leaves off of it. And you can see there's tomato plants here and there. I don't know if you can see that or not. With the tomato cages. And I might leave them and I might not. It depends on what kind of energy level I have today. I've been working so hard. You can't tell it. But look at my potatoes. Look at this. It's like they're all blooming now. So Mom always waited until the whole tomato vine died. But I'm thinking that I can probably rob a few here and there and have good potatoes for a while, and then figure out how to store them later. And here's a tomato that came up, and there's a tomato that came up, and now you're not supposed to grow tomatoes with potatoes. But look at them, how good those are doing. And I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave those two, because potatoes will be gone, and then tomatoes will be here, and I can put something else here. So, you know, and I'll have 2 tomato plants that I didn't even have to buy, or, you know, worry about all spring, because I mean, this weather has been crazy. It's been wonderful, but it's been crazy. It's been hot and then cold and hot and then cold, and then hot at daytime and cold at night, and a lot of rain and then no rain and a lot of rain, and you know, you just can't forecast. Even the weather people can't forecast. So this right here, I planted some beets. I just broadcasted them. And down there, I broadcasted some carrots. So we'll see how that does. And I wish I could get out here and till this garden again, but you can see how wet it is. It's like soggy wet. I don't know, I guess fertilizing is with bought fertilizer is not gonna be needed this year. It's looks like it's good. I've been working out here too. It's time to go let the girls out. This floor is horrible, and I really want to move things around. I've got a lot of things piled up because I had to make way right through here to get my tractor in and out with the trailer, because I was having to move dirt. Well, I tell you what, boys, you and that dog, I don't even know about y'all. You have to be so loud. I can't even hear myself think. Get some of this. Do things a little bit different today since I've got the camera. One of these days, I keep saying that, one of these days this is going to be, one of these days that's going to be, one of these days something else is going to be. Look at my girls, and look at Mo, get back in there, you know better. It's like they just can't wait. So you can tell the floor is different. Had a friend come over and help me. We didn't get all of it done, but we got enough done. And now all I have to do is pull. I actually let the chickens in there and let them pull it. It was this corner over here we didn't get done. So I let the chickens pull it out mostly. And now all I have to do is go back in and see if I can get her out. Hi, baby girl. You gonna come out easy or you gonna come out hard, huh? It's gonna be hard, isn't it? Let me see if I can put this up there. Watch you come out. See if we can do that. Come on, baby girl. There you go. Come on, darling, you too. Come on, you get your special food when you're in here, don't you, at night? You get your special food. All right. Got that going on. Now, you girls ready to go outside? Looky there, there's old Drew. He's the king of the roost this morning, isn't he? I love that. I love him so much. And all the old babies, they're ready to get out of their household. Well, I tell you what, in the evening, they're ready to go back in because they get their special diet when they go in. You coming out? So, woohoo! They don't really like coming out when the big girls are out. Look here, we've already got a couple of green eggs there. One egg there, nothing there. They've been busy this morning. This is probably going to be a good egg day. I've been getting about 36 a day. And then now you can see all of that bedding is right here. It's all right here. And it's a big pile. So now I got to do something with it. You can tell I just kind of lost it. See how high it is right there? Oh, it never ends, but that's okay. Now this right here, oh, you want your, okay, there you go. Oh, throw it way over there. There you go. Yeah. I thought I lost a rooster the other day. There was some rooster feathers out here. It's a lot, like an attack kind of lot. And they were his color. And I thought, oh no, is it old Drew or is it Captain? And I went and I started looking for all of my roosters and there wasn't any of them. I'm like, they're curly feathers. You know, tail feathers, roosters are the only ones that have curly feathers. You can tell none of the hens have curly feathers. And they were black. So it had to be this one. And I looked at him and he looked like he'd been in a rooster fight because some of his tail feathers were missing. And one of them looks like it's cut off halfway, if you can tell. See how his tail doesn't look too wonderful. Look at it close. I'm telling you, I got rid of 3 of them and they're still fighting. So maybe I still have too many, or maybe I just kept the wrong ones. I don't know. Captain don't seem to fight too much. Captain, he'll try to boss Mo around. And Renfro and Scout try to boss Captain around. So it just depends. And then old Drew, he just stays in the house. He said, nah, I ain't doing any of that. That's not what I'm doing at all. So today I've got a lot on my plate. I can't decide what to do. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about this. So, you know, you kind of start seeing a few little parasites here and there, and they come from anywhere. You know, you don't know where they come from. They come from the hay. They can come from the feed. They can come. I mean, Tractor Supply had to take out every bit of their rabbit feed one time. I went in there and said, "Where's all your rabbit feed?" And they're like, "Well, we found out it had mites in it, so we had to get rid of it." So they come from everywhere. They come from mice. They come from rabbits that's out in the wild. They come. You don't know where they come from, but when you start seeing what you think are telltale signs of them, you have to start doing something. So I went and got some diatomaceous earth. I got some lime. And I pulled all this out, and I'm burning it little by little. I'm going to burn it instead of compost it, because I don't want to compost mites. And so I also got them this, I don't know, it just came to me out of the blue. I'm like, what if I don't put very much water in this one? Because I actually saw one of them in it with its feet in it. And I thought, well, this would be a perfect opportunity to let them soak their feet. And so I put some lime in there, and I put some of that sea salt with minerals in there. Not much, just a little bit. And I put some Epsom salt. Oh no, I put some salt and lime and vinegar in there. And they love drinking it. And I went online and said, can they drink this? Can they eat this? And it's like, all these things are so healthy for them. They go to this one instead of the other one that's just got water in it and with a little bit of vinegar. I noticed that their eggs look healthier. Their egg shells look healthier when they drink water with vinegar in it. And their bottom end looks healthier. Some of them have, you know, like really runny looking poop, and it gets on their vent area, and it makes them look like they're sick when, I don't know, they could be, but not, but they're still laying, and they're still doing well, and their combs are still red. The way that you can tell if they're laying or not is their combs are red. If their combs are not red and they're just kind of a pale looking color, then that means that they're not laying right now. They're just kind of taking a break. And roosters can see that. They don't give them much of a break, and they kind of tend to ride them a lot more. And so that's how that works. But I tell you what, these girls, they love this stuff. So this is kind of going to be an experiment for me to see how they do with this stuff in their water with their eggshells, because all of it's healthy. You know, it's the summertime, and they need a little bit more salt, and you know, everything does. And they are, look at them. And see over there, we got one here and there, but over here, look at them. They're just all going crazy for it. And these over here are busy. Oh my goodness, I just love this. You know, I come out here during the day when I get old. I don't get stressed. What am I talking about? Used to get stressed. I don't get stressed anymore. I do a little bit whenever I have way too much to do, but I'm my own worst enemy. You know, here I am, I'm doing really good and keeping on schedule, and then I have this great idea, and off I go, and this kind of, you know, when you're only on one, it's kind of, you have to do it all, then you have to really plan your day and plan your time, and you get a couple of rain days, and you just, you know, kind of gets ahead of you. So, the good idea fairy, I don't know, I guess I just decided this year is more of a tree year. I planted, you know, the plum trees, the apple trees, the peach trees, the grapes. And so I want to make sure that those get a good start. And that's another reason that I got the dirt, was to put around the trees so that they could, no, not the ones in the garden, the two apple trees in the garden. I love those there, because one day I'm not going to have a garden, but I'll still have apple trees. You know, I'm almost 70 years old, and the gentleman that came over and helped me said, "Jane, you better get with it," you know, because I started wearing down. And I said, hey, you forget I'm going to be 70 years old. He's like 12 years younger than me, and he's a big old boy with big, not fat, but he's got muscle, you know. And I'm like, you know, just kind of give Grandma a break here. Grandma's old. So, yeah, it's wonderful to have help. It's wonderful to have friends. One of my really good friends is coming back from California today, and I'm kind of excited for that because I haven't got to see her in a while. She had to go to California. Her dad was in really bad shape, so she had to leave her husband here, who's also in not as bad a shape, but bad shape. And so she's under a lot of stress, and so I've been lifting her up. And, you know, everybody needs lifted up here and there. And so, anyway, you know, friends and family, and you just can't beat it. You know, my oldest son, I went over to his house a few times, well, once, and helped him out do some things, and that's always so amazing to be able to go to your son's house and help them, you know, and just have some camaraderie time, you know, not just as a mother, but as a friend, and, you know, it's wonderful. And I just absolutely love it. I love my boys, and I wish my other one wasn't in Colorado, but that seems to be where he really loves it the most. And, you know, you always want them to be happy. It's not that you want them to do what you want them to do. It's you want them to do what they want to do so that their life is full. They don't live their life for you. They live their life for themselves. And as long as they're living a good life and a happy life and a productive life and a godly life, you know, you can't say anything negative about it or even want them to do something different. I want him to do what he's doing. I think it's wonderful that he's so happy and so, here we go again. So happy and so blessed. He's doing such good work where he is, and finally he's a supervisor, and finally he's got a little bit of a promotion, and so I am so proud for him, happy for him, because that's not easy. So, well, I think I've covered just about everything I wanted to tell you. You know, it's been, I don't know, a little over a week. And I'll probably post, I made a tiny video the day that I got my little chicks over on my back porch. And I don't know if I'll put it in the front or in the back, probably behind this. And let you see what they look like day one. They're so cute. I lost one of my, I think it's a Brahma, yeah, because it had feathers on the feet. So I lost a buff Brahma. And the black one, or they're called dark Brahmas, but they're kind of a charcoal black. They're going to be stunning. I tell you, they are going to be stunning. You know, I love the white ones. This one right here is a white Brahma. And when you have pictures of them out in the field with all of the rest of them, or out here in the chicken pen with the rest of them, they stand out. I mean, they just stand out. So beautiful. Look at them drinking that water. You know, that's one of the best, you know, ideas, easiest ideas I've had in a long time. They sure do love it. Makes me so happy when I can do something for them that they love so much. And they've got so much shade right here. Oh, if you could only feel this shade right here. It's just amazing. It's cool. There's a little bitty, teeny, tiny bit of wind. And another thing, these girls are loving to feather dust where I've been burning that stuff over there. I guess it's good for them. They have just been feather dusting like crazy over there when I don't have the fire going. Can't burn that stuff very easy. It just sits there and smolders. You can only take so much smoke. So with that, I'm going to go with you. Please subscribe to my channel. I know you get tired of hearing me say that. But according to YouTube, if you don't ask, they won't do it. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much. I noticed that my my viewership has raised. It's like it used to be 18 to 24 was and boys was my highest subscribership and viewers, and now it's more of my age. So it's like 655 to 70 or something like that is the highest amount. And I got pretty much the same between male and female. But I really appreciate you guys. I really, really do. I thank you. I've almost to 4,000 hours on my viewership. I think I've got 300 and something hours left, which if I keep doing videos, then they'll go pretty quick. But if I don't, it goes real slow. So I've been averaging about 22, and it's been hard work, but I've been averaging 22 new subscribers a month. And if you go 22 subscribers a month and you look at 609, it's going to take me a long time. So that's why I'm really trying hard to get subscribers. But I don't know, maybe my content isn't that wonderful. So, you know, it is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be, and I'll just keep on budgeting my money and getting more stuff as I move forward. There's nothing really else you can do, right? God's with me. I know He is. And so with that, I will let you go, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so